Welcome to Brea Talks, an insider's look into topics that affect your experiences in the city of Brea. Whether you live, work, or play here, we're bringing you the information you need to better understand your city. So now, we invite you to listen in as Brea Talks.
Hello and welcome. I'm Ruben Segura, and today, Brea Talks Holiday Giving. Happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays to everyone. For today's episode, we thought it'd be nice to reflect on what we're thankful for and the many ways that we can give back to the Brea community during this holiday season, as well as some year-round opportunities. Last week, I sat down with Lisa Keyworth from the Brea Fire Department to talk about Brea's Fired Up for Giving toy drive. Lisa, thanks for taking the time to sit down with us to talk about your annual program. Talk to me about Fired Up for Giving.
Thank you, Ruben, for having me. Fired Up for Giving is an annual toy drive sponsored by the Brea Fire Department. We're in partnership with ABC7 Spark of Love, and it starts on November 21st. And we also have an amazing partnership with the Boys and Girls Club, who actually handles the toy distribution to all the families in need in our area.
That's really cool. How do the Boys and Girls Club, how do they handle them? How do they pass them out? How do families get involved?
So they work with foster families, local churches, the school district, local shelters, and then our own city resource center. But after they've met with all those families and let them get toys, they open it up to the public. So they actually have a date, December 14th. We'll have more information on for times and such where families can go and collect toys for their kids if they're in need.
That's really cool. That's an awesome partnership to be involved with such great organizations. You said starting later this week. How long does it go for?
So we're collecting toys between November 21st and December 13th. That way we have all the toys ready for the distribution on the 14th. And that'll be at the Boys and Girls Club. So any toys we take after that, we'd prefer you go direct with the Boys and Girls Club. That way they can manage, families come in after that distribution, they can still get, taken care of and get toys for their kids.
That's good. That's really good information. And you said these are only new and unwrapped toys, correct?
Correct. And keep in mind, the older kids have needs also. I know a lot of people want to get the latest and greatest toys. But if you see things such as curling irons, makeup kits, hair clippers for our teenage boys, those are really good things to have for them to come in and get also. Yeah,
that's great. It's always important to make sure that we're, hitting all levels of need within the city and the surrounding area. That's great. Do you have any numbers or what kind of totals do we have from previous years?
Well, for example, for 2022, we were able to give toys to 100 members that were there at the Boys and Girls Club, 85 foster youth, and then 233 kids came in for the actual toy distribution that were able to get 3 toys each. And I know the numbers last year were even higher. So this community's been incredibly generous in years past, and we're really looking forward to that again this year.
That's fantastic. That's really, really good news. Lisa, thank you so much for everything that you and the Brea Fire Department do, and thanks for coming in to let us know about this year's program.
Thank you so much for having me.
Next, I sat down with Victoria Ugarte from the Brea Resource Center to discuss Brea's Adopt a Family and Wish Tree programs, as well as some year-round food distribution events happening in the city. Victoria, thanks for joining us. The Resource Center hosts 2 holiday-specific programs that we'd like to learn a little bit more about today.
Yeah. So I'm going to here talk about Wish Tree and Adopt a Family. So with our Wish Tree, it was established in 2016 to help families throughout the year who may be, struggling to pay that utility bills, struggling to get groceries. So while the city can't directly pay for utility assistance or anything along those lines, what we can do is we can provide these gift cards that have been donated to families who are struggling. So, a Walmart gift card, a Target gift card, grocery store. So right now is our big drive to collect all of those gift cards that are going to be used throughout the year. Families struggling. Maybe a family has suffered a fire at their house and are struggling. So they will, we'll help how we can, get that emergency assistance, food, grocery store, Target, clothes, those kind of things.
Cool. And how do how do people bring? Where would they bring gift cards to? Can they bring money and gift cards are purchased, or do you want the community to bring purchased gift cards already?
So they would be purchased gift cards.
Okay.
We have a tree located now at the Brea Community Center, first floor, right by the front desk. And then we also have one on the third floor of the Civic Center. It is located at the reception desk as well. You can take a tag, see there's more information on that tag about when we would need the gift cards returned by, and kind of some ideas of what you can bring, like what stores to go to, whether it's a gas card, Walmart, Target, grocery store. And the amount is open to the donor. We will take any amount.
That's wonderful. And what about someone that might be listening that either is in need or maybe knows someone that's in need? How do they get involved to get become a recipient for Wish Tree?
Sure. So anybody who is struggling and, needs a little bit of assistance, please reach out to the Resource Center directly, and we can kind of direct you on those steps on what we need. One thing that we will say is they do have to be a Brea resident. But yeah, they just reach out directly to the Resource Center at our phone number, 714-990-7150, and you can be connected, and we'll walk you through those steps.
That's awesome. That's really great information. And Victoria, you had another program that you want to talk about today as well, correct?
Correct. So that would be Adopt a Family. So Adopt a Family was started in 2008 to assist families experiencing financial hardships due to any circumstances, that may prevent them from purchasing food, clothing, or toys for their children during the holidays. Families who believe they could qualify for it or experiencing some help can reach out to the Resource Center. We have an application process for them. And then we also, are look for adopters as well. So, the time frame is the same for families who are looking to be adopted and families who want to adopt a family. So everything is kept confidential. Families are not disclosed to the adopters. Nobody knows any names. The only people who know anything are the Resource Center. We really just do a wish list, of clothing sizes and, interests of the children, the ages, and what they're looking for. Something that can kind of brighten their holidays a little bit during this hard time for some families. So it's a fun program. It brings a lot of joy to our families that have we've been working with and are struggling right now.
Yeah, that's great. It's good to have these incredible resources at well, no pun intended, the Resource Center. Yeah. Makes sense. But it's really good to have those for local families. It's really good to keep that anonymity. It's a very humbling experience to be in that situation. So you guys do an awesome job of being able to provide those resources in just a very graceful and caring way. So want to just like to thank you for being a part of that. It makes a big difference. What are some other kinds of services and resources that community members frequently have questions about or are looking for?
Sure. I would say, especially at this time of year, one thing that we get a lot of questions about is whether we have food distribution or we accept food donations. And unfortunately, while we do not directly do food donations or collect donations, there are other resources in the community that offer those services, especially through our churches, which I believe that you have some more information about, Ruben.
That is correct. I run a food distribution over at Southlands Church. It's a monthly distribution. We also partner with another local church, Living Hope, that's on the opposite on the far west side of the city. And we have distributions every month. December, the Southlands distribution is on Saturday, December 7th, which is also having a toy drive. And the following week on the 14th is Living Hope's one. And both churches have, like I said, monthly events, and it's not the only church in the community. There's also Christ Lutheran also has one. St. Angela's has a regular one. Mm-hmm. All of which are just really great assets to the city and are it's just really cool to see, the faith community partnering, with local government in order to help service our community and find good, healthy food to be able to provide to our community in need.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great resource, and we love being able to connect people.
That's great. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate you taking some time to talk through and share with our community the abundant things that we have at the Resource Center. And if you don't know where the Resource Center is located at the Civic and Cultural Center right next to the library.
Yep, first floor, just ring the doorbell.
Lastly, our very own Dan Fenstermaker sat down with Lonnie Gormson and Jocelyn Jordan from the Brea Senior Center and discussed some holiday giving opportunities at the Senior Center.
Ladies, thanks for coming in to talk to us about these great programs at the Brea Senior Center.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
First, I want to talk about the Angel Tree event. Now, just to be clear, we just heard Ruben talk to Victoria about Brea Resource Center's Wish Tree program. As the kids say these days, this ain't that. Angel Tree and Wish Tree, very different programs.
Two separate.
Totally separate. Tell us a little bit about Angel Tree and the significance in supporting older adults in our community during this time.
Yeah, so Angel Tree is an opportunity to do some cheerful uplift for our older adults in the community. We have this opportunity to help those on our caseload who are struggling. It could be through isolation, health issues, mental health issues. And I think we've all really experienced that during the pandemic to know what all that can do to us. And having this opportunity to help these older adults, they get delivered to from other staff in community services. They feel cared for. They feel connected to the community. So it's really much more than just gift giving, but it's about feeling like they're not forgotten and they have people that still care for them at this age.
Yeah, and a lot of our older adults, they don't have their family close by. And so this is some of the only holiday cheer that they might get. And so being able to find little ways and get those Christmas lists checked off and give them that little bit of joy is so cool. And we get to be like Santa Claus and go deliver their dream gifts to them and make their year, make their day. And it's a really cool way to see your community in a different way and connect with those older adults. And you kind of, have this idea of like, that could be your grandparent one day, or that could be your parent. And so it's like giving you a new perspective of your community and reaching out to them and everything like that.
That's wonderful. That's so cool. So what are the dates and other details of the program? Like, how would somebody sign up to like volunteer for Angel Tree?
So we partner with the Brea Mall. And we have a booth and a tree at the Brea Mall. So it's from December 6th through the 15th. Our volunteers personally will be hosting the booth from the 9th to the 11th. But it does go through the 6th through the 15th. So you can go to the Brea Mall. It's across from the Starbucks in the mall. And you'll see a little Christmas tree, and they'll have a bunch of ornaments, which will have all of our older adults and all of their wish lists on each ornament. You'll be able to pick out the ornament and go shopping for the items that you can get off of that list.
Okay. That's the Starbucks on the first floor.
Correct. Across from Coach.
Across from Coach. Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I shop at Starbucks more than Coach.
Oh, I think a lot of other people do too.
Just because,
Yeah.
financially where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Coach isn't in your tax bracket.
It's not
Okay,
yet. Not
okay.
yet. You got to have dreams, though.
Yeah.
You got to have dreams. What are some of the most common items or wishes that older adults have on their wish list?
Yeah, I'd say really for the most part, there's a lot of gift card wishes that come through.
Yeah, we try to get them away from that though, because we like to, get them an actual item.
Sure.
Yeah, or if we get a gift card, we'll go get that item that they're looking for through the gift card.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
But also I'd say, some of the things we encourage for them is when they do have gifts that are not wish lists, gifts that are not gift card based, that they're really descriptive. So it's been really fun seeing the ones that come in. A lot of things I've seen in the past have been, it could just be something simple as kitchenware, bedding, certain types of clothing. We're getting a lot of book requests this year
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
So.
a lot of romance books. So little Colleen Hoover fans out there.
Okay. All right. Look out.
Yeah. So we mostly get like necessities. So a lot of people put socks, sweaters, blankets, bedding, towels. So the things that we kind of take for granted every day, a lot of
Sure.
people have on their wish list. So
Yeah.
we get things like that.
That's wonderful. Okay, so just kind of going back, I know you guys kind of touched on it, but like, can people donate gift cards or monetary contributions, or is it the primary focus on shopping for the physical gifts in the wish list?
Yeah, I'd say the primary piece would be focusing on the wish lists, and really because we have such a quick turnaround and us seeing what those gifts are that were purchased, having to wrap those and deliver them in such a short time span.
Right.
But that is not to turn down any other contributions.
We love gift cards.
Yes.
Sure. I would assume that there's a level of maybe they're older, maybe they can't drive somewhere, so a gift card maybe doesn't go as far as quickly as maybe that item that they could put to use right away or enjoy right away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, but fortunately, we have a great senior transportation program now.
shout out transportation.
Hey, Senior Center Transportation
Yes.
There you
helps
go.
our
There you
people's
go.
gift cards get to the stores they need to get to.
Yeah. Shout out, John.
How does the Angel Tree Initiative tie into Brea's Senior Center's broader mission of supporting like older adults in the community throughout the year, not just the holidays? This is about this particular episode's about holiday giving, but we also want to remind people that you know any time of year is a great time to give.
Yeah. It's just letting them know that our older adults aren't alone. A lot of our older adults have a community through our senior center, and they've been able to build relationships and find a community when in their personal lives, maybe, there's been some passing away or there's been some grief. So it's creating that sense of that they're not alone, and that there are people in the community that want to take care of them and want to be there for them when other people in their lives,
Certainly.
have gone away or they're not there anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and if I can expand on that
Absolutely,
too.
please.
Yeah, I mean, I think with our broader mission through the Senior Center is really providing support and resources for our senior population all year round. At the Senior Center, we are really a place for independent, active, older adults, but that's not where our services start or services end.
Right. Right.
That's just one component. And so we want to make sure that our homebound older adults and those that can't come to the Senior Center still have
sense of community.
exactly a sense of community and different ways that we can improve their overall wellness
Extend their life.
and live in Brea as long as possible. And we're so lucky that Brea is so rich in senior services.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that that can be spread throughout the whole year, not just through
The holiday season.
exactly.
For sure. Do either of you have a story, a heartwarming story, or an example of how you've seen an impact on someone or a family from this program?
Oh, God, from Angel Tree specifically?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many that we've served over the last 10 years that I've been there. In more recent years, there's one that comes to mind. I did have a younger, older adult who was in Brea, and, you might think that the level of excitement and emotion might be from something so grand, like I'm getting a new car. But this senior got adopted through Brea Methodist Church. Brea Methodist Church has been a longtime supporter and taking on client wish lists. And seeing this person start over and giving her items, actually really trying to pull out of her, what are things that would help you enjoy life and enjoy this year? And it wasn't just gift cards to a grocery store. It was things she can do. It was restaurants that she can go to, movie theater tickets that she can go and enjoy herself with. So seeing, I don't know, it's really just the whole emotion. It's the whole experience.
Sure.
But that was truly touching.
We often think of kids' faces on Christmas morning, but you can't. You just, I guess,
It's different.
you can't discount the joy on an older member's face on it's the same
Yeah.
level of excitement and joy that somebody's thinking about you, somebody's looking out for you, somebody cares about you.
Yeah, especially if, they had a rough medical year, or, they're going through grief, or they've lost a loved one. So the simplest of things brings so much joy to them, and it brings so much joy to us being able to do that for them.
It's very fulfilling.
So it's this really cool turnaround. So
And we couldn't do it without the whole community.
Yes,
so we're just
so
lucky
please
that
help.
we,
Well, how can you not now? Right? Well, thank you both so much for coming on and sharing just the information on this great program, and keep up the great work and everything that you both do at the Senior Center. I know that Brea is very, very proud of its senior population, and we want to make sure that they know we're looking out for them, and we appreciate you both doing the good work. So thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Thanks for this opportunity.
yeah, thanks for having us.
Of course.
There you have it. Many opportunities to give during the holidays, as well as throughout the year, right here in Brea. All this information and more can be found at cityofbrea.net. That's it for this episode of Brea Talks. This episode and all episodes of Brea Talks can be heard wherever you get your podcasts, as well as on demand on the City of Brea's YouTube channel and the Brea TV app, available wherever you get your apps. Don't forget to like, subscribe, rate and review, and please don't forget to give a little if you can during this holiday season. Thank you for listening in as Brea Talks.